guys should be able to see us live. You should be able to see us live as we have our panel here lined up on tonight. Guys, I'm really, really excited about what we're doing because this is actually a first time we're doing something like this, where we're giving you all a chance to plug into what we're doing and ask any question you have about how to build a business online, or if you're already a part of what it is that we're doing, being able to hear what it is that we do to build a business successfully within Empower Network. So I just want to welcome all of you guys on tonight. We do have our panel slowly arriving, and we're going to let everybody get a chance to introduce themselves. But let me give you guys an idea of how the format is going to work tonight, okay? Within the first 10 to 15 minutes, if you are not a part of Empower Network, if you had been actually given this link to get on tonight and learn about the 1K per day blueprint, or make anywhere between $125 a day to $1,000 a day, if you saw that advertised out there, guys, and you just showed up because you want to know what this is all about, well, guys, this is your chance in the first 10 to 15 minutes to ask us any question you have. I'm hoping that you guys had a chance to see a little bit about what Empower Network is, but we'll give you a brief snippet of who we are, how this company works, and what it can do for you, not just in making money, but also in totally adding value to your life to build a brand, promote a business, or do whatever it is that you need to do that is within your passion and your current need as a business owner, if you are a business owner, or as an individual who wants to be an entrepreneur. After we go through and allow you all to actually ask us any questions, the next 15 to 20 minutes is going to be for teammates to come on and ask us anything that they have regarding building a business successfully. You can ask us any question that you want to know about what did we do, how did we handle getting started in the process that we operate on a day-to-day basis to build a successful business. And then we're going to have Miss Ayana Cross, who is my business strategist. And what she does, guys, is she helps with strategy sessions when people are just getting started. She's going to share some key tips with you guys about our blueprint and what it is that you need to do to effectively build an Empower Network business. So I'm really excited to have all of you guys on tonight. Before we get going, I want to go ahead and give everyone on the panel, we have more people coming on, and boom, there she goes. This is our sixth woman, that is. But we're going to go ahead and give everybody a chance to go across the board and introduce themselves. So we'll go ahead and start off with you, Andrea, and you guys can just work your way down and share with everyone who you are and what they can look forward to on tonight with some of the things that you'll be sharing.
All right. Hey, guys, this is Andrea Boulder. I am here in Los Angeles, California. I have actually been with Empower Network for a little over a year, working the business seriously, and it has just been absolutely, I mean, short of saying phenomenal, just in terms of the online marketing strategies and some of the things that we're going to be sharing with you tonight. I tell you guys, make sure that you have a pen and a pad handy, because you are going to want to take notes, because it can really be life-changing in terms of giving you some of the wealth strategies and ideas on what it really takes to generate internet income. Okay, so make sure that you guys are taking notes, take heed to what these leaders here on the panel are sharing with you this evening, and really it's just about, you know, taking the information and taking action. Okay. Woohoo.
Hey guys, I'm Ayana Cross, and I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. I've been in Empower Network since January of this year, and so I want to give my insight for the newbies, for people who are just starting. As Nicole mentioned, I am her business strategist. And so I work with her new signups as well as my own, getting them, you know, acclimated with the training center and then putting them on a plan of success. So I look forward to helping you with any questions you may have.
Okay, hold on. Hey, can y'all hear me out there?
Yes.
Okay, all right, making sure I can hear me. Yeah, well, this is Christopher Harrell. It's my son, Josiah. You might can see him too, I'm not sure. But hey, I'm actually we're live in Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, and I'm like the only man here, so you know I'm representing for the fellas. So you know I'm holding it down for the fellas here on the TAIG Leadership Council, and I've been in Empower Network by 11 months now. So by 11 months, and everything's been going pretty good with the business, and been able to build a pretty good sized team of my own as well here. And so just here to share and answer any questions, give you some tidbits or whatever I can add to you guys. So you're in a good place right now. So we're live right now. So my little boy might be doing some things, but hey, glad you guys checked in right now. So like Andrea said, get your pen and pad ready. Take some notes, ask questions, don't be afraid, but let me be open to the information. Let me get that out, because you might hear some information that might be contrary to to your understanding, or some things maybe be foreign to you, so maybe the way your thought process might be. So I would ask you just to be open-minded, be willing to receive new information, and act on it. If you don't act on information, then it's just wasted knowledge. So take action on what you hear tonight, and be open-minded, and you're in a good place. So.
Hey everyone, how you doing tonight? My name is Lanika Scott, and isn't it just awesome to be able to fellowship among people? Here you go. You have a dad who's doing a live hangout with a child in the background, and that's one of the beauties about being able to work from home in his home office. That's what we do, right? So, although, we like to still keep things professional, you may see a child or two come up in my office, or some of the other people that are on the call on tonight. But even as you look behind me, there are my 6 daughters, which is why I got started in the home-based business industry. I got started in Empower Network when it first came out, but like many people, we get into something and then we pull back. But in the beginning of this year, I realized that this wasn't another thing, right? It wasn't another fad, that this was a serious building, a serious business, and so many people were allowed to have great amount of success, whether they came from an online marketing background or they didn't. And so I'm just really excited about the move that's taking place, but most importantly, what is allowing in the houses of so many people to start a business from home. You don't have to leave your home. You can work right on your computer, your laptop, and generate income. And I'm also happy because last week was one of my highest weeks in Empower Network. Since relaunching my business, we were able to do almost $4,000 in sales, and that is 100% commissions that were paid right through me based upon some of the strategies that I was able to do by utilizing Facebook. So on tonight, if you would even allow me to share with you, I'll be sharing with you some of the things that I do on Facebook, and then also you will hear me talk about consistency and implementation. My message never changed. It will always be the same. Those who implement the fastest, they typically will go the furthest. All right, so looking forward to you connecting with us. And for those of you who are a part of the Empower Network business, you're already a part of the community. What you want to make sure that you do is you grab hold to everything that we're saying. Don't just listen to it like, oh Lord, it's just another thing. But you want to make sure that you're not only listening to the notes, but you're hearing them, and you will take it and apply them immediately. And then for those of you who are wondering, what is this thing? Is it real? Can I really be successful with it? You're going to hear from people that are earning a great amount of income. And so we're going to be sharing with you on tonight. We welcome you here on the live hangout, and we hopefully the next time you'll be looking at this, you'll be a part of our community, inviting someone else on to do the same. Thanks so much.
All right, are you going next, Nicole? All right, well, guys, my name is Stormy Wellington, and I'm sure that my face is pretty familiar to many of you guys that's listening to this live Google Hangout. I'm definitely honored to be on the platform with so many other powerful people. Guys, I'm a rookie to internet marketing. I actually been involved in the industry of network marketing since 2008. I have been able to generate millions of dollars for myself and my family through network marketing, which obviously is more grassroots and more exterior marketing versus interior marketing. I've been able to grow large organizations of over 130,000 people, made it to the top of 2 companies in record-breaking time, and of course, guys, right now, many people see me on this hangout because I'm in the midst of a transition. I'm actually 8 months pregnant. I know I don't look kind of good, right? I'm actually 8 months pregnant, about to have a new baby, and so basically my priorities have shifted. There was a point in time where my whole goal was to travel the world, go abroad, make 7 figures per month, and now, guys, to be able to be here in Empower Network, I can tell you that, guys, I've only been involved with the company since August 1st. And I originally got started because I wanted to use this as a platform to build my network marketing company. Now, I'm still involved with my network marketing company. As a matter of fact, I am a leader in my company. However, guys, for me to be able to bring value to myself, which ultimately allows me to bring value to others, I must say that what I have learned in these past 3 weeks literally has me with sleepless nights. I barely can get off this computer. I've been listening to, Inner Circle and 15K and all the tools that Empower Network will provide you with, and I've been also able to make 100% commission. And so I'm blown away by what I've been able to experience. I'm blown away by literally what you said, Lanika, the speed of implementation. This is definitely a platform that if you are coachable, teachable, trainable, but you also are one of those people that apply the knowledge immediately without having to try to figure it all out, you will be surprised how the money will start rolling in. And so I believe that timing is everything. And right now, with what we have to offer with the Empower Network, it could not be a better time. So, I like to work with people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I like to consider myself the voice for the people because you can count on me to keep it real at all costs. And so I'm looking forward to what we're going to hear tonight. And I know that definitely those of you that's listening, don't overcomplicate things. This is simply a marketing university. Empower Network is designed to teach you how to brand yourself, your business, and build your bank account. Don't let anything confuse you. That's basically what it is. You're going to learn strategies tonight that will help you build your brand, your business, and your bank account. And remember, guys, in closing, all that you do, brand you. When all else fails, when you are a brand, you can go anywhere in the world and still have a lifestyle and a significant income. So, looking forward to tonight.
Awesome, awesome, exciting. Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing. And I'll just share, I see we already have some very eager people hopping on. Woo-hoo! This is the exciting part, giving people a chance to let their voices be heard and getting a chance to ask any questions that they have. So for all of you logging on, excited to see you. Just make sure you're in fully so we can be able to answer your questions. But I'll just go ahead and share a little bit about myself, guys. I am Nicole Cooper, and I'm really excited to be on this panel on tonight. I'm one of the leaders of our team, Automated Income Group. And I got started in this process in a similar situation to Stormy, pregnant and needing change to be able to accommodate a new phase in my life. And I'll tell you guys, the best thing that I ever learned through this entire process, sometimes, and Stormy shared this this weekend, is you have to change before you have to. Sometimes you have to do things before you have to. And, I was at a point where I had to make a change because I was in real estate, the market had collapsed, and we lost everything, so I was forced into change. However, that change just so happened to be a perfect fit, which was in internet marketing. And internet marketing has been the best skill I've ever been able to get my hands on, and the reason why is because it's so versatile. There's so many things that I've been able to do since I've started, from being a virtual assistant, a social media manager, a consultant, on to becoming a trainer and a speaker, and opening up my own e-commerce stores, and being an educator online with creating online membership sites, and doing so many different things, guys, that I've learned that once you tap into this skill, it will always pay your bills. You'll never struggle for money. And what is happening, guys, is the world is revolutionizing. Whether people want to receive it or not, things are changing. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here with two of my favorite magazines, Fortune magazine, okay? What's on the cover of Fortune? eBay is back. What's on the latest cover? YouTube changes everything, okay? What we're sharing with you guys on tonight, guys, is being printed all over the world because it's coming in. And this article talks about the fact that money is being disrupted in the advertising industry because of YouTube and social media. So what we're sharing with you guys on tonight, guys, is something that I think is very important for you to be aware of, because a lot of us want to look at home-based business owners, and probably you guys are coming on here tonight with a lot of skepticism, but I don't want you to just think about what we share with you on tonight. I want you to start paying attention to the news and to the media. Pay attention to your banking centers. Pay attention to people who used to want to be employed where technology is coming in and taking over their jobs. Things are starting to be phased out because of technology. And I will let you know that the skill that we have, guys, is being on the right side of money, not on the other side of money where people are going to be destitute and broke. I'm frustrated because they can't keep up with the change in our economy. So tonight, guys, it's very, very important that you guys take this seriously because it's going to be an encounter that can totally alter where your future goes. So make sure you take notes. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to start talking to some people we have lined up on tonight. I don't see you guys on video, so I'm not sure if you're completely on. But what I will do is I'll go ahead and unmute you, and hopefully you can speak. Cindy Goodson, are you there? I don't think Cindy's been able to hop on. Clarine, are you there? Okay, their images are coming up. I'm here. Okay, so let me unmute yourself, Clarine. Oh, Cindy, I see you, Cindy. Okay, so Cindy, I don't see your video, but I hear you now. So why don't you, good to see you, one of our old buddies. I'm glad to have you on tonight, and I'm glad that you chimed in. So I want to give you the platform to go ahead and ask whatever question it is you have to ask, Cindy.
Well, thanks, Nicole. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, great. I'm, you know what, honestly, because, you know, I've been around Empower Network for a little while, in and out, poking in and out. I don't really have any beginner type of questions. I'm just trying to get myself back acclimated so I can get solid in the platform and really go ahead and go to work. With this, I already see it, I already understand it. My biggest issue or shortcoming is just my follow through and just, you know, getting myself all the way plugged in. And so I'm plugging back in again, and that's just where I'm at right now. So I don't have any questions at this point on the basics. So I'll turn it back over to you for now.
Okay, so well, honestly, what you're asking or saying you need is probably something that a lot of other viewers on here on tonight are asking. From what I'm hearing, Cindy, you're basically someone that got involved in Empower, but you phased out. You've been in and out a little bit, but now you're back and you're serious and you want to get your business going and you want to know what do you need to do to get off to a good start. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. Beginning again, exactly.
Beginning again. Okay, good. Well, here's my answer to this, and then Ayana is someone that tonight she's going to be covering how to take off properly in your business with our blueprint that we have. One of the things that many of you guys who are on here tonight watching, if you're already in Empower on our team and you feel a little lost, or if you're someone who is wanting to get started but you're concerned about the how-to steps, we actually have a blueprint, and I'll grab a copy of that blueprint tonight and show it to you guys, but we have a manual that tells you step by step what you need to do every single day to get plugged in. So the first thing that you'll want to do, guys, is make sure you go through our training center through the 10 steps and get your system completely set up, but then immediately jump into that blueprint that's going to show you the activities that you need to do every single day for the first 30 days to get your business up and running. Ayana, I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm not sure if you have something you want to share, if you're going to wait until you do your session later on, but I'll let you speak to Cindy as well.
Okay, sorry about that. I had to unmute myself. Definitely I will go over the blueprint a little bit later on. Cindy, as a returning member of Empower Network, the first thing that I would definitely have you do is go through the 10 steps and just kind of just check over yourself. But once you are confident that you have your system set up correctly, you know, your e-wallet is set up so that you can actually get paid, and you have your blog set up, you have your Aweber and all of those things, the groundwork is already laid, then it is important that we implement this. And I will go over this, you know, a little bit later on and do what we consider a strategy session to kind of help you figure out, you know, what your overall goals with Empower Network are. you know, what type of time commitment that you can put forth in this and actually be able to stay consistent, and then really give you just a plan of success so that you can start implementing that day one. And this is just kind of for the new people that come on. When you first join, you have to learn the skill set. This is, as Stormy said, an education. You know, this is an education platform. We're teaching you something. And so once you understand that there's something to learn first before you jump into making money, then, you know, you will, it takes the stress out of it. You are able to understand, you know, the skill behind internet marketing. So once you learn that, then you can start to implement. But the cool thing about our team is that we have this exclusive blueprint that will spoon feed you the how-to. Okay, so once you get acclimated, you know, we'll go over a strategy session to show you exactly how to use this blueprint, not only to show you what needs to be done on a daily basis, but also to earn an income, because there's more to this blueprint than meets the eye.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And Cindy, yeah, like she said, tonight we're going to go over that in more depth. Guys, this is the win. This is what you want, okay? You'll get a chance to get some real good insight from that on tonight. If you're not in yet and you're ready to get going and you want to get access to this 1K Blueprint, join now. Click the link below and you'll get access. We'll get you a copy of this 1K Blueprint. All right? Click the link below. There's a link below that says join now. You'll get access to this. All right? Okay, cool. Dre, I don't know if you were still muted. But if there is anyone else, Clarine, I'm not sure if you're still there. Clarine and Mark and Stephanie, I want you guys to go ahead and be prepared. Cindy, if your question is answered, if you can hop off. We do have people that are going to be coming on and off tonight. So if your question is answered, go ahead and hop off. Clarine, Mark, or Stephanie, I want to make sure we get your questions answered, but we won't be able to. I need to make sure that I can hear you. Are either one of you able to speak?
Can you hear me?
Oh, and Charlotte, okay. Cindy, in order to hop off, you can just go to the upper right-hand corner with the little phone that hangs up and it says exit. Okay, cool. She's off. Okay, Charlotte, I can see you. Hey.
Hey.
Good to see you. This is my cousin, you guys. She actually inquired when I was home in LA and she hopped on. So good to see you. I'm glad you got on, and I want to make sure we get any questions answered. So now that you're on here, now go ahead and ask any question that you had about the business.
Well, I first wanted to know, when I join in, do I get it? I have a Facebook page that I really want to promote. I want to do some video logging, and I want to actually teach people how to cook, and I want to run with that. So I want to know how to work Empower Network into how it would help me with the business.
Okay, so you're saying you want to set up, like, you want to start promoting how to cook?
Yeah, I have a web page design I want to do. I have a Facebook design I want to get out there.
Oh, good. I'm glad you asked that question. Okay.
It's called Let's Eat, and it just teaches people. It's me cooking in my kitchen.
Okay.
Simple. It's just simple things. It's just a simple way of teaching somebody how to do something simple in their house. And
I love
it's me. Yeah, it's me teaching how to cook from my kitchen.
And I'll mute you out while I'm answering your question. And anyone want to contribute into answering that question? Because I love the fact that you have something that you want to promote, and that's what the marketing skills that you'll get from Empower is going to be able to show you how to do. And the reason why is because it's all about branding. So what Empower does is it's going to show you how to leverage video, because you're going to have to use video to be able to promote your cooking show. You're going to use your Facebook page, because obviously a lot of people are on Facebook, and it'll give you a chance to really, connect with family and friends and let them know what your new feature is. It's going to show you how to blog. Blogging is the new way of developing a website. It's really where your home base is. Even though you have Facebook, you might have a YouTube channel. A blog is like a website where you can have about me, you can share recipes on there, you can even sell stuff on a blog. If you have an ebook you want to sell, you can put it on there. So Empower Network is really going to be just a smorgasbord of how to promote your brand. It will show you all of that, from blogging to videos to social media marketing. Okay? And it's going to give you clarity on how to tune into the people who already are looking for what you have to offer, which is cooking. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and let any other leaders share. Someone else want to share about?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And I think, too, what's important is when you talk about building a business online, building your brand, getting out there, building your online presence, it's really about also building up valuable content. And with your business, like Nicole said, you're able to share recipes, you're able to share specific things that are geared to attract a specific market who are interested in what you have to offer. And all of that starts with content. And that's why it's so important to have a blog, because your blog is kind of your hub for everything that you do online. And whether you're promoting on your Facebook page or through video marketing or any other social media marketing platform, Instagram, LinkedIn, you can always drive traffic back to your blog. And that's where you can encourage people to opt in to get more information. You can share with them your value in terms of what it is that you have to offer. You can let them know about your expertise in your specific niche or area. So it all comes back to, though, content. Content is king. And what Empower Network shows you how to do is to build your brand through a blog, which is sharing valuable content that's going to attract people, what we like to call or say your ideal avatar, back to you. So then you're not chasing people, you know, to say, here, try this, or just randomly throwing things up against the wall, hoping that someone will like what it is that you have to offer or share with them, but you're actually drawing in and attracting people to you on a global scale through that content that's going to allow you not only to build your brand, but to share with them valuable information that you can then monetize and turn into income. So that's what's so powerful about the viral blogging platform that Empower Network has. And when you leverage it and use it correctly, you know, blog every day and get paid. You know, you blog every day, you market, and you get paid. It's really that simple, because the viral blogging platform that they have designed for us, the network that you can tap into, allows you to get on the first page of Google. It allows you to attract massive traffic day in and day out, 24/7, 365, you know, days a year. The internet never sleeps. So as long as you have that valuable content out there, you're always able to drive through your social media networks, through paid advertising, through whatever marketing channels that you're using, drive people back to that blog, and that's how you generate your income.
Hey, Nicole, can you hear me? Okay, I wanted to just add something to what you guys are saying. I'm the new kid on the block, and I think, can y'all hear me? It's a lot of noise. Can you hear me?
Yeah, if you guys are making background noise, can you mute yourself out, please?
Charlotte,
if you're not talking, mute yourself out.
There's a lot of noise coming from you, Charlotte, so keep it muted, okay?
I think me being a new kid on the block, I'm not even, today makes what, day number 27 for me. One of the things that I think that was a little confusing to me in the beginning is when I kept hearing blog, 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 I felt like everything I had to do had to be done on the Empower Network blogging platform. And so I would have thought that all I needed to do was purchase a $25 blogging site, the basic membership, and that would have been good enough for me. Being that I started to do my due diligence to really understand that the problem is, I don't care if you buy the blogging platform, you still have to get like the inner circle, or let's just say the blueprint that of course you came up with, Nicole, and start learning how to properly communicate. The reason why many people fail at marketing and fail in business is because they don't know how to speak the language of another person. You have to know how to speak to that particular person. And so I must say what I've noticed is that Empower Network teaches you, number one, how to communicate. And blogging, obviously, I talked about it last hangout, means, be limitless, outstanding, and great. So you can really blog anywhere. Obviously, of course, you use the Empower Network blogging platform, but blogging could be something you blog about on Facebook. It can be something you blog about on Instagram. It can be something that you blog about on Craigslist. But if you don't know how to properly communicate, that's why so many people right now is on Facebook for free. Like I was. When you know better, you do better. If I would have known that years ago, I could have invested, $125, $1,000 to learn how to communicate, number one. Number two, I didn't realize that email addresses were so valuable. So communicate, number one, convert that person to be able to opt into your lead capture page is imperative. Of course, learning how to convert that person to that and then close them ultimately will lead to cash. And so I believe, from my experience as a rookie, I know I'm not as vested as you guys are, but as a rookie, to be able to have earned, guys, of course, results may vary, but to be able to have done over $10,000 in my first 2 weeks, just from what I've learned, to me is powerful. And I just wanted to bring clarity that, don't limit yourself just to the blogging platform, but if you don't get the information and the knowledge, the shell of a blog, it means nothing. So learning how to communicate properly and learning that the email address is really where your money comes from, but how you talk to the email addresses is what's really powerful that Empower Network provides a person as they're building their database.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you, Stormy, for clarifying that. Charlotte, so you should get the picture that this is what you need if you want to get your message out there. What we have is the resource that shows you exactly what to do to get it out there, but not waste your time. Because here's the thing, for all of you guys watching out there, right? We get these people that come to us and say, well, I can go out there and do this myself. You sure can, but it's going to put you out there financially to try to figure out how to set all this stuff up, and it's going to take you years upon years to figure out how to pull it all together. The power of Empower Network is everything that you need right there. It's a plug-and-play getting started system. It also is going to give you the how-to to actually get your system set up. Then you have the community of people where you can pretty much build and bank off of other people's experiences to save you time. Like Stormy is saying, Stormy's been in less than a month, but because she has the community of people to say, okay, I need to get this done. What am I doing wrong here? What do I need to fix here? How do I tweak this here? How can I promote this here? And just pull from the resources of people. So guys, the shaving off of the time that it would take you to do this on your own is worth it in and of itself because it expedites the profit process. If y'all want to get to making the money, you want to be able to leverage someone else's hard work who put the system together and other people's experiences so that you can know what not to do so you can hurry up and become into profit mode. So Charlotte, this is how that can help you. Is that made clear? Make sense? I think, oh. You there? Okay.
Yes.
Make sense? Okay. So you ready to join? Go get started. Get this cooking show going. Okay. You're good? You're good? Okay, just go ahead and log off.
Yes, I am. Yes,
okay,
I am.
Log off so we can make room for someone else. Good to see you. Okay. All right. We had another person that asked a question, Stephanie. Stephanie asked, my question was like Cindy and branding myself as a leader. This is really good. There are so many leaders already. How do you get people to join you as a beginner? Okay, I'm going to read her question again. There are so many leaders already. How do you get people to join you if you're a beginner? Chris, I think you want to start answering that.
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to answer that is because that's the position I was in 10, 11 months ago. A lot of people come to Empower Network and they already have an existing team. A lot of people come here already with network marketing background or some other system, and it's much easier for new people who already have an existing team to have a lot of success. But myself, I came here with no network marketing experience, no direct sales experience, None of that. And since I've been here, you know, in 10, 11 months, I've been able to sponsor about 110 people. And I'm going to answer this because it's kind of like, well, what did I do when I first got here? I didn't have a team. I didn't have a list. I had no direct sales experience. But what I did was that first thing I did was put myself in position to succeed. And what I mean by that was that I invested in all the products first. I got the products and I started implementing the products. And what I had to do was find my own voice. You know, leaders were already here. They had existing teams, but I couldn't worry about that. I had to find my own voice. So if you're someone brand new, you don't have an existing team, you just started, well, you got to be able to create your own voice just by being you. I have a lot of team members who are joining. They have no experience either, and I tell them the exact same thing. It's funny, I was studying this the other day, and it's saying that what you got to be able to do is write down these questions. First, you need to write down what are your strengths. You need to discover what your strengths are, because all of us have different strengths. It doesn't matter our backgrounds or whatever, but you got a strength. Write down what your strengths are and focus on maximizing your strengths. In addition, write down what can you do well. I mean, what can you do well, and also write down this: what can I do that would set me apart from everybody else? In order to set yourself apart from existing leaders or people coming here already with teams, you got to find that one attribute. Because think about it, guys. Every last one of us have a strength. Every last one of us is unique. Every last one of us can attract different types of people. And what I'm gonna share this too is that don't get caught up in comparing yourself to other leaders. You know, just because someone else made 20 grand in 20 days, you don't know how they made it. You know, so don't get caught up saying, oh, I've been in Empower Network for 30 days and I haven't made $500 yet. Well, don't get caught up in that, because you don't know that other person's story. You don't know their background. You don't know what they came to Empower Network with. That's so right. But what you need to focus on is yourself and ask yourself, well, how can I be different? You know, and I don't want to give you the answers, because I want you to think about it yourself. I just want to give you these questions and clues for you to write down and focus on you to create your voice, and you will attract people to you the same way I did. Like I said, I had no background. I had no team when I came here, but people are telling me what I've done something pretty good, you know, for this type of business, having been in it only like 10 months. So, and I'm myself. I mean, you can ask Nicole. I'm just me. I don't try to be anybody else. Here I'm able to let my personality shine. So just be yourself and don't compare yourself to anybody else, and you'll be okay. But definitely answer those questions there. Focus on those answers to those questions there, and just take action on those. And you will slowly but surely create your own brand. You will be you, and you will attract people to you. But you need to invest in the products, and you need to really focus on these questions I gave you and answer those questions, and you will develop you, and people will want to come working with you. I had, case in point, I had someone that joined me recently, and they said, yeah, I was on your YouTube video, plus I was on X such and such YouTube video, and such is making 70 grand a month in Empower Network, but they said I chose to join you. So I saw it as a compliment. Someone else is making 70 grand a month in Empower Network, but this individual said they chose to join me because of what they saw me in my video, just being me. So if that can encourage you, you know, it doesn't matter what the other leaders are doing. Just focus on you and developing you, and things will take care of itself.
Yes, can I add something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so okay, good. Oh, that was phenomenal. And just to, you know, piggyback on what you were saying as far as being you, a lot of people, I think they make this thing a little bit harder than what it really is. And one of the things that I teach and I tell my team, and I don't care who it is, whether they've had experience or not, is results marketing work. You have to share your results. And, you know, when it comes to a point where you are comparing yourself with someone else that may have been in the industry for a while, you're doing yourself a disservice. You all, even when I relaunched my business and I started back out, when I was having $125 days, I was sharing that with everyone on my Facebook friends list. I don't care what they were thinking about me because I had relaunched my business. And so for the most part, even when you're starting out, people will come in at the $25 level or even the $100 level, and we'll even get into that a little bit more and break down the different levels of income where you can come in at, but you share it. If you get 5 leads in a day, you share that. If you get 2 people in a week, you share that. If you get someone that have emailed you back because they're interested in the business, you share that. Everything you get in terms of production and growth that will ultimately lead to a sale, you share that information, and you don't be scared to share it with the world and let people know what's going on, because what's going to happen is as they continue to see you getting results, they're going to want to partner with you. And one of the things that we have got to keep in mind is, just like my brother Christopher Harris said, is personalities. Like attract like, right? There's a lot of people online that can identify with you because they have the same background that you have. They may not go and sign up with the top leader. They can identify with your story. So the main thing is just putting yourself out there. And a lot of times when you're typically getting started, you're like, well, gosh, what do I do? How do I even mimic myself? What is my message? What do I say? What are you, or shall I say, what were you before Empower Network? You're still the same, like me. Before I joined Empower Network, I had 6 children. You best believe a few years later, we still have 6 children. So now my marketing is even from the standpoint of a lot of marketing to mothers with children, okay? Not that, you know, if a man come and join my business, I'm going to reject them or turn them away. But you see what I'm saying? So who are you? Write those things down and then begin to share results. And then another thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is implementing, all right? As soon as you learn something, share that, because as you begin to share value with people, people say, well, gosh, she's learning something more. She's doing something a little extra. He's learning something, and I want to know what he or she is doing, and they'll follow you. And so that's one of the things that I just kind of wanted to piggyback on Chris tonight. So if you're new and you're creating your own voice, start sharing your results and be proud of every single result, every single lead, every single interest person. And definitely when you do begin to get partners, or as you continue to get partners that have signed up with you in the business, share that. I just got a partner that signed up with me in the business while I was trying to get back on this. I shared it on my page, Twitter. All right, so thanks so much. So take heed with that little tidbit.
I want to just throw something in there really quick before we move on to the next question, because, guys, I think this is very, very important. I think most of us who get started online, that's the thing that we face, right? It's like an identity crisis of, oh, my God, I'm brand new to this. I see so many people that are experts out here. How in the world do I compete with that? There's a couple of things that I want to share. Guys, the first thing is work ethic and consistency, okay? You know, leadership is really the person who's willing to do whatever it takes to be seen, okay? In our industry, there's a lot of people who get started and they don't stick around long enough and they fade out. When people see someone online that's doing something consistently 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now, they immediately become a leader because of their level of consistency. A lot of us come in and we want to get that credibility immediately. But just like everyone else, you have to earn it, and the way that you earn it is by displaying your work ethic, being diligent in your day-to-day activities, investing in the products, becoming a student of the industry. If you have a mentor that is doing something, you model them in a sense where you see what they do consistently every single day, and you follow their footsteps, but you put your own spin on it. You don't want to lose your personality, because you being true to yourself is what's going to attract people. But what you do want to do is model the actions and behaviors of leaders. What do you see them do consistently on Facebook? What do you see them do consistently on Instagram? Are you on their email list and see people emailing them? I'll give you guys an example. Ayanna Cross. You know, Ayanna Cross is sitting on this panel tonight because she's someone who showed that she was a leader through her consistency and her contribution. When we had our team going and growing in the center, you see these consistent faces that show up and they give suggestions and they help other teammates out. They help with the resources. You know, they help to remind people of what we have back there. And they also come with suggestions of ways that other people can take our resources and succeed. That's what Ayanna did. Ayanna pretty much made herself seen because of all the value she was bringing to the team. And now she's sitting on this panel tonight. She's working with myself and some of the other leaders in the company. And, you know, just how long, she can tell you how long she's been really trying to get out here in this industry and find her voice. But because of her work ethic, because of her consistency in doing what she needed to do daily, guys, she's on this panel. So don't get so caught up and looking and saying, well, geez, I want to come out and be a superstar overnight. Your work ethic, who you are in private, will determine who you will become in public. All these leaders have earned their way to where they are today. You'll look, and we can all give you our battle cries and our stories about late nights and not sleeping and not making any money and spending our last dollar on another product, you know, hoping it would be the big break. And it probably wasn't, but we were consistent in our activities, and our work ethic made us become leaders. So I want y'all to understand that. It's not about just becoming a superstar. It's about being in private who you want people to see you as in public, okay?
And I want to add to that, because when you're new and you just start and you join, remember that you're new at this. You are a professional introducer to Empower Network. You are not a trainer. You are not a leader yet. You're not all those things. So if you take the stress out of it and have fun with it, then two-a-day is easy. You know what I mean? Because now you're just introducing people, and you're real with them and say, you know, hey, I don't have all the answers just yet because I'm not a leader in this, but this is something that you can look at. This is something that you can apply with, you know, if you're a current business owner, or if you're in network marketing, or even if you're a brand new entrepreneur and you're learning. The thing is, you're learning a skill. So focus on that only. You know what I mean? You focus on learning the skill. We're going to spoon feed you what to do. That's why it's so important for you to follow the blueprint, because it gives you everything that you need to do from a from a physical standpoint, what you do at your computer. You know, the blueprint tells you exactly what to post on Facebook. Like, it's so detailed that you just do that, and then you invite people to watch the videos and things of that nature. Like, the system is already set up to sell and to close. That's not your job, joining and right up front. That's not your job. So if you can focus on that, then it'll be a lot easier to get this information in front of people, and also people will respect you more because you're not trying to be someone else. You know what I mean? You're real with what you come to the table with.
Absolutely. And I think just to piggyback off of that, Ayanna mentioned about your skills and learning the skills. There's really only 3 things that you need to establish yourself as a leader, and this is in any business and in anything that you do. Number 1, you have to learn the skills. Empower Network gives you the training that's going to allow you to build the skill set that you're going to need to become a leader, to be able to have a powerful presence on the internet, to be able to leverage the 1,000,001 different marketing methods that are out there that are going to allow you to build your business and earn income. Number 2, you have to leverage systems. We have a system that is in place, the 1K Blueprint, the Empower Network system, that if only you just plug in and follow the instructions and follow what it is that the leaders are doing, you'll be well on your way to making or getting the results that you want. It really is, like Lanika said, not overcomplicating things, but really just being willing to follow instructions, be willing to be coachable. And number 3, it's about a supporting cast. Not only do are you able to tap into a network of the Empower Network community, but with the Team AIG, we have so many resources and bonuses and just people who are there to encourage you. And when you leverage those 3 things and you use them and you're out there on a daily basis building your business, just focusing on those 3 things, I guarantee you your business is going to soar. So definitely, take heed to not overcomplicate things. It's not that complicated, you guys. It's just really about plugging in, following instructions, and be willing to do the work. That, roll up your sleeves and be willing to learn and do the work.
Okay, awesome. I think we did we helped a lot of people. I've been getting text messages with people saying thank you, thank you, thank you. I was struggling with that. So I'm glad to know you guys are able to share that. Okay, cool. Someone else had a question. Clarine had a question, and she was asking about domain names and subdomains. Clarine, there's videos on that. We're not going to go into detail on that. That's a video that you need to watch. But one of the things that she asked was explain the purpose of social media bar. And I think we need to do that. Guys, whenever you're on any social media site or any free site for that matter, whenever there is a multiple amount of people using the same domain name, it comes up as spam because they might assume that it's one owner of this domain name that has some kind of what they call robot that's out there that's just spamming that link everywhere. So most free sites are going to immediately shut that link down. What happened with Facebook was because so many people were using empowernetwork.com / whatever their domain name was, Facebook shut it down because they thought it was spam. They thought it was one owner of a domain name that was just spreading this link all over the place. So what we've had to do was get creative, and we have something called Social Media Bar. There's a couple other ones that we have that get around the block of that link. And Social Media Bar is where you just simply go to that site, and it's going to mask that domain name so that it doesn't fall under the blocked category. And you do want to get familiar with how to use it. In order to learn how to use it, if you go to socialmediabar.com, socialmediabar.com, it's a video on there, and it'll show you exactly what you need to do to use it. And make sure every time you're trying to promote that site, your Empower Network site, on any social media site or anything like that, you just use Social Media Bar to cover that link, okay? So that's what Social Media Bar is. And then, Clarine, regarding the domain name and subdomain, that can get very technical and you need visuals. So we have videos that are in the training center that will show you exactly what you need to do. I think it's step 4 or 5 or 6, 4 or 6, something like that. Just look for the domain name step, and it'll show you exactly what you need to do to get that fixed, okay? All right. The next question we have, oh, Tiana, you just sent me a message, okay? Tiana Nicole, glad to have you on. She just messaged me on Facebook and said she wanted to share. Glad to have you on the panel. Go ahead, Tiana. You can go ahead and share what you wanted to share with everyone.
No, sure. I appreciate being on here, actually. It's kind of cool. I reached out to Nicole, just a couple months ago. I don't know if you remember that message I asked you, and I was, trying to figure out, the secret to making this thing work, and I was explaining to her that I'm a traditional network marketer. And the transition from going offline to online was very interesting for me because I had this amazing amount of success, earned a 6-figure ring, over 20,000 people in my group offline, and then I got online and I found myself having lots of closet crying moments and looking at everything and saying, God, I gotta fork out more money for another product. I don't even have the money. Borrow mom's credit card, Nicole, just to be able to come out of pocket, borrow her credit card, just to get in the inner circle because things had happened in my offline company and I was left with nothing. And I just remember reaching out to you, trying to figure out that doggone secret just to making it happen. Hopefully, to making it happen. And you know what? I realized that that what everyone's saying on the panel is actually correct, and that people can relate more to you when you haven't achieved 80 grand a month than they can that person who's achieved 80 grand a month. And there are some nuggets that actually were shared that I actually have to work on more. Currently, I've had about 2 signups every single day. And it's all come from social media. Facebook, Instagram has been a huge just icebreaker for me. And it's interesting because when I shifted my thinking and I got into the 15K formula and I got all in, basically, everything changed, right? Because the intention was there. And currently, I have people that are throwing their credit cards at me, emailing me every single day that are my leads and just wanted to join this thing. And so I just want to say that I appreciate being on this panel. It's a serious honor, Nicole. Are you kidding me right now? Look at you. You're right here with me. It's so epic. But the fact of the matter is that what everyone said was true, and I did take some notes, which was, even if you have 4 new subscribers in one day, that's huge. When I did offline marketing, which I still do, I couldn't even, how many phone calls I'd have to make just to get 4 people interested in what I had going on? It probably was about 100, and that was on a good day. And so, celebrating your 4 subscribers is huge, and celebrating emails that come in. And so, you know, I'm actually going to do more of that so I can have 5 people sign up every single day. So, Nicole, just pass it back to you. I appreciate being here.
I just love your energy, and I'm so glad you shared that, because a lot of people are dealing with that, right? Where you come from an offline world, you may have had a tremendous level of success, and now it's like being a kindergartner or preschooler, right? And you're starting from scratch trying to find your way. But you feel that the secret was in what?
No, the secret for me was actually sharing what I was learning and not hiding the fact that, okay, I am a network marketer. And I think for a long time I suppressed that. And so then what happened was, even though I was in Empower Network, I wasn't attracting even people on my own team. I wasn't attracting them, not even in my inner circle, because I was hiding that fact that I didn't want to share what I was learning through the Empower Network in, you know, the products itself. And so when I literally got all in and I started to teach people what I was learning, they thought it was a genius. They started throwing the credit cards at me, and so that was a game changer. And I believe, I forgot who said it, a gentleman said it, stop comparing myself to like you, because I did that for a long time, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? She has all these hits on YouTube. What am I doing wrong? This person's killing it, having, you know, $1,000 days. What am I doing wrong? And I kept looking at myself and beating myself up internally, started to meditate and started to apply the intention, you know, speak to my target audience. And when I started doing that, everything changed, because it didn't matter who made $2,000 in a day online. Somebody can relate to me making $200 a day when I was with my niece for the summertime at the Jumpy House, hanging out with her without turning on my computer, and bam, $200 in one day. That's more relatable. So when I started to realize that and go in that mindset, everything changed for me, because in offline marketing, we're all a bunch of BSers, to be honest with you. We're pretty much broke. We wear a 6-figure ring like we did, me and my partner, and the fact of the matter is, we earned $100,000 one year with over 20,000 associates, and the fact of the matter is, we were down to $5,000 a month, and things didn't go right. So what I'm saying is this, is that, you know, I was taught to fake it until I made it, and then fake it when I did make it, because most people who earn a 6-figure ring in offline marketing, especially in a legacy company, they're pretty much broke, and they're just in it because of the recognition. Let's just be honest.
Okay, you're like a major gift to this panel tonight. Oh my goodness, so good to hear you share the truth. But I do want, and people are like, what's her name? Tiana Nicole. This is Tiana Nicole. But what I do want to share is a similar situation, because guys, here's the deal, and this is, let's kind of move all this money-making stuff to the side for a minute. Let's move Empower to the side for a minute. Let's kind of move all this BS to the side, and let's get real, right? At the end of the day, each and every one of you on here had a dream. There was a desire, a vision, something you wanted to accomplish, but you just did not know what the vehicle would be to make it happen, right? There's something inside of you burning, saying, I know I have what it takes to succeed. I know that I'm good at this. I know I'm good enough, but I just don't know how to get people to hear my voice. Well, guys, the internet is simply the platform for you to finally let your light shine, right? I'm going to give you guys a little personal story of mine that I recently struggled with. One of my biggest challenges is that I'm so inspirational, but the inspirational piece is not always good for business. Why? Because people get inspired, but inspiration does not keep people motivated to take action. They get motivated in the moment, and then you got to keep recharging them over and over again to get them to keep wanting more and more. I just grew to hate that, right? I grew hating that I was so inspirational, because I felt like it wasn't creating the kind of business that I wanted, and I wanted to abandon it. I remember being at an event a couple months ago and being in a leadership meeting and saying, you know, I hate that I'm so inspirational. And what I did is I tried to dismiss myself from being inspirational, but what I was doing was self-sabotaging my business, self-sabotaging who I was, because I had to try to find a new identity. It was like, okay, if you're going to abandon who you've been all these years, how do you recreate yourself? Well, let me look and see what this person is doing. Should I be a little bit more cutthroat, you know? But that isn't really who I am. Should I go and do what this person is doing? And next thing you know, you lose yourself and you sabotage your progress in your business. And I had to go full circle and say, Nicole, you know what? At the end of the day, that's who you are. That's you all. I have people telling me, I still have a card you wrote me in college. It was so inspiring. I kept it all these years. And that lets me know that that's just the gift that I have to share with the world to inspire and empower them. And I can't abandon that because most people around me don't necessarily go in that flow of things. So guys, listen, we all go through this identity crisis, right? Yeah, I'm going through it with my hair. Like, there are certain phases in life and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? But what you have to do is pull from that vision that you have always had burning in you, and you didn't quite understand how the dots would connect, and now you have this vehicle which is called Empowered Network, which allows you to connect with other people who have the same burning desire. Now you're going to find that you went through something, like Tiana is saying here, she went through something and she's starting to share her results and share what she's learning. She's attracting people who are maybe a step or two behind her on this journey, but they have the same desires that she has. Guys, all you have to do is share your progress, share your process, share your learning experiences, share your discoveries, share your excitement, share your aha moments, and you'll find that as you're sharing them with people, they're going to be so grateful because you're helping them overcome an area in their life that you've already overcome. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. All right, well, I thank you so much for being on this panel and being honest, because there's a lot of people who are faking the funk, that they're making a lot of money in the offline world, and some of you guys are chasing in their footsteps, not realizing that they're not really doing as good as they're making it seem to be. And I have people who even are scared to do internet marketing because of what they feel someone that they're following is going to think about them making this progress or going through this process. Guys, let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, you better develop a skill, okay? Because no matter what you do in your life and what company you're involved with and all those different things, if for any reason those doors close, you need something to sustain you, to pull from, to continue to create an income. And internet marketing is a skill that y'all need to get a hold of. So regardless of whatever business you're in, get in Empowered and invest in all the products. As Stormy said earlier, it's Internet Marketing University, guys. Internet Marketing University. If YouTube is on the front cover of Fortune magazine, I call that a clue. If you read down here, it says with 1 billion uniques per month and growth of over 50% this year, Google's video juggernaut is minting money and disrupting the media world. This is on the cover of Fortune magazine. YouTube is killing the game of advertising. Why is that? Because that's the new way of doing things, guys. So you got to get with the program to get a hold of some of that money. All right? Thanks so much, Tiana. You are phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. So honored to have you on here. You rock. And I don't know, was there anything else you had to ask, or you're good?
You know, I was going to say that you were just so on point, you know, because, you know, I know Les Brown pretty well, and I did an interview with him, and him and I speak often, and we had actually talked about, in this day and age, you have to learn different skill sets. There's no other way of standing out among the rest without literally learning different skill sets. And, you know, it wasn't until I took the time over the past, you know, a year or so learning the online aspect of my business that, you know, things started to change, whether it was good or bad. It's still a journey. It's still a process. So I'm speaking right now to network marketers. And if, you know, if they're afraid or they're holding back because what their upline, sideline, downline is going to think, quite frankly, their upline is full of shit, excuse my language, because your upline is going to tell you to keep doing what you're doing because because they make overrides from you. And there's nothing more that they can say, because if they knew better, they would probably do better, right? I mean, that's what leaders do. You know, I used to tell my organization, hey, you know what, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep hitting the phones. And I feel bad because, you know, none of them are going to make it. I just couldn't tell them to their face they sucked. And I feel bad. That happens so often. You know, you can look at someone and say, you're just not going to do well. And so learning different skills, if you're not really good offline, but learning the online part, a part of building your offline business, will actually yield you some really phenomenal results in your offline company. And that's it.
You are amazing. Everybody's like, I love her energy. She is rocking. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you on the panel and for dropping all these nuggets. So just tell all your new fans out there, bye. And thanks for hopping on, Tiana. If you could just log off so we can make room for some more people to come on, and looking forward to connecting and talking to you more, lady. All right? Thank you. Okay, cool. That was awesome. So we had some new people join the panel. We got, is it Karen? Karen Horton? Or Kareem? Or Nicole Mitchell, I see you there too. You're kind of hiding. I don't know if you have a question. We can't hear you, Karen. I don't know if your audio is working. Is this panel helping people? people out there? I see a lot of posts coming back. Y'all like the panel? I can't hear you, Karen. In the meantime, let's see, Nicole, did you have a question? You've been on here for a while. The audio's not working? We can't hear you? What I need you to do is go to the chat and type your question, and then we'll go ahead and we'll answer your question, okay? So just type in your question, and then if you can exit the chat so we can make room for more people once you put your question up there, and then we'll get your question answered, okay? All right, Roger. Let's go ahead and unmute you. I know you had a question. Hey, Roger.
Hey, sis. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Yeah, man. We're going to be jamming in Jamaica next week.
Yeah. The team's going to Jamaica next week, y'all. So that's another perk of being with our team. We do big things so you can experience the dream, right? All right. Well, share with us what question you had, Roger.
Well, before I begin my question, I just want to, let everyone know, obviously, it's an honor to be on the panel. And, as an advisor for 13 years, obviously, I've been successful in the financial services industry. And I realized, over the course of my time in business, that I had really some unique skill sets. One was speaking in front of people, and number two, being able to coach and train people. And Nick, I've had the opportunity to train with you, actually in Atlanta this past April? I think it was April that we were in Atlanta, and we trained on a specific topic, and a lot of people got a lot of value out of that. And so I guess for me, one of the things I want to do in my business plan, and studying how you construct your business plan and really going over it on a number of different occasions really inspired me to really look at how I was showing up in my business. And when you put together the six aspects to really creating, significant income online, that was to me an eye opener. The stuff that you have available, and definitely that you've gone over in past masterminds. My question to you is, I know you've done a lot of live events, especially just recently with Stormy and stuff like that. I'm looking to do some live events here in Tampa for small business owners. And so how would you go about approaching that from this perspective, taking certain elements? Like for me, I know that I'm gifted and talented with social media. I can always get better at it, but I think I have a strength in that, being able to attract people. How would you take your strong existing skill sets, take it offline, and share with traditional business owners how they can utilize our products for their advantage?
Great question, because we actually highlighted this on tonight that we would cover it. And Dre, I'm going to let you share in a second as well, because you recently did a live event with me. Here's the importance of what you just asked, Roger, is that I don't want people to underestimate the skill set and limit ourselves to just being online, right? And just talking to our little network of Facebook people. Guys, there's so many people out here desperately wanting to know how in the world does this internet marketing thing work, because they want to build a brand and promote themselves. And Stormy, you missed this question. I want you to contribute to this as well, because you and I just did this live event. But Roger's question was, what advice would you give him to launch live events for small business owners, and how should we incorporate what we know with Empower to that audience? Are you there? Can you hear? You're muted.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're better now. Okay, good.
I mean, one thing that's for sure, being that he has his target audience, he knows who he's trying to target, which is obviously business owners. Of course, it's simple. Get a venue, and know exactly, obviously, what your topic is going to be, which is going to be obviously how to market your business online, how to grow your networks, and how to bring more customers. Every business owner wants more customers. At the end of the day, I tell people that you don't have a money problem, you have a marketing problem. And so whether it's you walking in grassroots, giving them a flyer, email blasting, getting them to RSVP for your event, but also sharing with them how, hey, I'm going to teach you how to build brand and explode your business online and offline. I think it's powerful, and that's one of the things that I want to do once I have the baby, is really being able to target business owners, because there are so many business owners right now that may have a business, but they're suffering. And so, like I think we talked to Ayanna, and then of course this weekend, again, I'm going to show it again, the blueprint. You know, once you get them there, you can use this blueprint right here. You can add some extra stuff. Like there are so many businesses that don't have Yelp. There's so many businesses that have XYZ.com, but they're not turning that into any income. And so I think that what we have here in the Power Network in terms of the information and the education is powerful. And here's a nugget that I like. The game is supposed to be sold, not told, but I give it to you anyway. I think that so many people that even have a business that may be very consumed with their business, you could come in and create yourself or turn yourself into a consultant. Right. You could walk into their business and say, hey, I'm a consultant. And I could help you to expand your business. And you can even charge them a consultant fee where they may do a contract with you for 90 days for maybe 120 days, and you're showing them that, hey, I could be a social media architect, and I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to help you to build your clientele base. But I would tell a person like, you and I not to take on that responsibility if we're not going to really do what it's going to take to build that particular establishment. So it's so amazing, like you said, Nicole. Of course, everybody's really saying the same thing. The skill set that you're going to develop can help you to become a consultant and really bring value. At the end of the day, we are here to solve a problem, and that's a marketing problem. And so once you have that information and you've learned that skill set, sky's the limit where you can go with it. So the event we had out here Saturday, Nicole, was successful. And I must say, the thing that was exciting to me the most is that I didn't pick up the phone and call not one person. I'm accustomed to calling and reminding and begging, but people were literally throwing their cash, right, Nicole? Throwing their credit cards at us, and they was ready to get.
Yeah, people came running to the front of the room with cash in hand, trying to get started. We were like, whoa, we don't take cash.
But when you think about it, it's because it's like you're teaching somebody something new. It's like a whole new world that was right here, and we didn't even know that it exists. So that's my take on it, and I think that's a good route for many of us to go, to become consultants and go into establishments and bring that type of relationship to a business.
It's funny that you say that, Stormy, because my niche is financial. Well, I'm a financial advisor by trade, and I've been in that business 13 years. So I've got a lot of CPA contacts, a lot of banker contacts. In fact, I've actually gone to my banker, and we're actually going to set up an event. He's got a lot of leverage, so I can actually boost off of his leverage and create an audience. So I'm going to start doing that in my business plan, along with my live events that I do via webinar. I found those to be very effective as well. I was telling Nick that a lot of my strength is really speaking and coaching and mentoring. And I want to utilize this platform and be able not only to create the income that I desire, but not only that, then start a coaching company next year. So that's one of my biggest visions. So.
And I just want to add, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. I'm done, Paul.
And I want to say to all of you guys out there, I don't want y'all to skip what Stormy just shared, right? The ability, guys, to take what we know and become a consultant. Here's what you'll discover when you invest in the 15K, because a lot of people, you may not know what our products are, but I will tell you, remember one thing, remember 15K, okay? The 15K formula is the how-to, it is the mecca of Internet Marketing University to get you to understand exactly what you need to do to get online and have the expertise to be positioned as a consultant. It is a $1,000 investment, and I'm going to tell you guys, you can go right now to a university that's online, that's advertising everywhere, to give you an Internet Marketing degree, a program that is a one-year program where you spend $40,000 in 1 year for this program, and they give you a lot of book stuff that is outdated, that does not align with where the needs are for right now for businesses. If you want to have a new level of value that will attract a greater level of income for you, you can be a consultant, but you need to get your hands to that 15K ASAP and look at it as getting a marketing degree, guys. The knowledge that is in there, as well as the master's. The master's is going to give you the upgraded skill you get it from a CEO perspective, right? For those of you who have big dreams of being made like top 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners, you want to know what it takes logistically on the internet to orchestrate a high 6-figure and 7-figure business, guys. It's in that 15K product, and it's in the master's course. Because what's so beautiful about marketing, guys, on the internet what we do here is running 24 hours a day globally, right? Everywhere in the world right now who has internet access, they can get on YouTube and discover you. They can, you know, type in a certain keyword and you pop up and you have a global presence and a high level of impact to create sales and income online everywhere, all over the world, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, by getting your hand on the 15K and the master's course and learning the how-to. That's what makes what we do an even playing field, guys, is once you have knowledge and the skill, you know, your personality will wrap around your skill set, but what really matters is what you know. So make sure y'all get your hands on that 15K minimum as soon as possible, because I'm telling you guys, it's a game changer. All right, and Stormy is so funny. I was with her this weekend, and we were laughing because there were certain things that I was showing her on the computer, and I'm in awe at how much she knows and how much she did not use the computer over a month ago, but it all came from that 15K. And she's sitting there, and she can tell you, she's sitting at that computer all day. She's pregnant in that office from sunrise till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because of the 15K having her so intrigued by what it can do for her business, her brand, and her future. So, yes, guys, this blueprint, if you want to get the blueprint, you got to at least get to the inner circle, FYI, for all of our wonderful people.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Because obviously, I'm getting text messages. I don't know why they're not putting the message up. When a person obviously gets in, people are asking, well, how do they get the actual booklet? Obviously, can you just kind of break that down, where they get this from?
Absolutely. The booklet is in the training center, guys. Once you become, you got to upgrade to the inner circle. You're going to get the first week of the booklet in the getting started steps. Okay, once you go through the steps, it's going to be a little tab that says the 1K blueprint. You'll get the first week. The remaining weeks is in the inner circle tab. Once you upgrade to the inner circle, you'll get everything else. So you'll need to be inner circle to get the full, complete guide, okay? But it's back there in the Team Training Center, the TAIG Training Center. And if you've joined, you should have gotten a welcome email from your sponsor that has you connected to the training center. And if not, get with your sponsor and say, hey, let me in. And if you're not on our team, I'm sorry. But yeah, for those that are on our team, it's back there in that back office. Okay? All right, we have a couple of other people asking questions. Roger, did that answer your question?
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. And Stormy, congratulations on all your success, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Okay, Roger, if you can chime off and so we can make room. Thank you. Okay, we have two more here. I see Katie and Karen. Karen, I don't know if we can hear your audio yet. No audio? Okay, I'll read your question off, and if somebody can answer this for her. Her question is, she's actually not an Empower. She's someone who's just checking it out. She says, I'm looking for a new adventure, wanting to explore Empower Network and see if I could be a good fit. I've never played in internet marketing at all. I'm one of those people that were mentioned earlier, no experience, and I'm afraid of failing at something like this, but I'm completely dissatisfied with where I am now, and I'm looking for another place where I could use what I'm good at. She said, I'm an HR specialist by profession, but a writer and a history buff. Would like to do something with that also. Not sure if my mic is working. Okay, so she has a background as an HR specialist, but she loves history and she's a writer. She wants to know, can Empower Network fit her? So any one of you guys, I'll let y'all take over on her question.
I think what's so powerful about Empower is that it lets you take your purpose and what you're passionate about and actually leverage the internet to explore, you know, a new adventure. To explore things that you would not normally in a job setting be able to feed into or sow into. And being that you are new, you said you're passionate about, you know, you're a writer, which is good for blogging, and a history buff. It really comes down to the value that you have. And a lot of times what your purpose is and what you're passionate about is the value that you're able to share with other people that's going to allow you to impact people on such a broader scale than you would even have thought possible, because you have access to the marketing methods and the platform and you know, the skill sets to be able to leverage the internet in a way that's going to allow you to get in front of the people who need you the most. Because that's really what it comes down to. Your value and what you can provide to other people is what people have been waiting for. You know, it's not necessarily what someone tells you that you need to be doing, kind of like at a job as an employee. But in this global field, you're able to build a purpose-driven business that's going to allow you to explore, to have fun, to have joy, to have satisfaction in doing what it is that you want to do on a daily basis. I get up each morning and I'm excited to get on the internet, to open up my computer, you know, and not have to worry about living someone else's dream. I'm living and doing the things that I want to do, that I'm passionate about. I can work anywhere. I can work with anyone that I want to work with, people who are interested in the same things that I'm interested in, and I can make money. I can get paid handsomely for doing the things that I'm passionate about. So I think that, Karen, you're looking into a new adventure. You're looking at the internet and saying, I don't really understand it right now, but it looks like this can be a gateway that's going to allow me to open up something that's missing in my life. If you're not satisfied, the only thing to change that is to, you know, make the leap, to have enough faith to say, hey, I'm not happy where I am right now, so I'm going to have to make a change. And if Empower Network intrigued you enough to say, you know, this $25 investment, this $100 investment that I can start with and get or tap into a community of people, tap into the information that I need, that's going to at least allow me to explore some other options. And I think that that's what's so important about, you know, what we have available here, is that you can take your purpose, you can take your passion, and you can totally, you know, learn the skill sets that's going to allow you to catapult and magnify that purpose and you know, connect with the people who really need you the most. You're doing a disservice. Lanika, I think, said this earlier. You're doing a disservice to yourself and to the other people, you know, in this world who, you know, you're keeping your strengths and your purpose and your passion from. So I would say, you know, there's nothing to do but to get started, okay? Take action. If you're unhappy with what you're doing right now, that's the only way that you're going to be able to get into a new lane and go into a new season that's going to allow you to live the life and build the business that you love. So, you know, I encourage you to really take heed to what we're saying here and to, you know, just get started. It's not about talking anymore. It's about actually taking action and putting the wheels in motion to make it happen.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Karen. So welcome to the family. Go on and get signed up, lady. Time for change, not time for fear. Don't get fear. Let's keep it moving, right? All right, awesome. Okay, if you can just exit off. Glad to have you on. So glad to have somebody who's not in yet. That's what we wanted, to see some fresh faces who had those concerns and questions and all that good stuff. All right, Miss Katie. Hey, hey. So good to see you, lady. Your audio. Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I think I was muted. Am I there?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'm so excited to be on here. Nicole, thank you for always being out there in the marketplace and just making it happen and giving back. And I thank everybody in the panel. Like, this is so powerful. I mean, just since I've been on, I've already taken like almost a full page of notes of just little things that you can be doing, and that's kind of one of the, there's like two parts to the question that I had, but there's, you know, I mean, there's so many things that you can be doing that can just explode your business that you may not see yet. You know, one of the things that it didn't intimidate me, but, you know, I kind of teeter-tottered a little bit with doing this business because I'm like, it's not really my strength, the technical side, and it didn't, like I said, it didn't intimidate me, but it definitely was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to really learn this information. So I've been diving into the training, and I feel like I now have a bachelor's degree in internet marketing, you know. I really do, from, you know, and I have so much further to go. But my question is, as I'm doing the income producing activities, you know, I'm definitely, you know, plugging in with my team and, you know, plugging them into the teams, the Dream Team, our team, and, you know, doing all these things. I'm right now in the process because the first, I guess over the last 90 days, I've been really focused on growing subscribers and things like that, but I haven't really hit a good target market maybe for myself. I've just been building the list, you know what I mean, and kind of going at it blindly, studying the 15K and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm trying to gear more towards more quality and implementing, of course, some of the training that Tracy, you know, just showed us that we can do, and just watching Nicole and watching Lanika, and now hearing Stormy, like I know she's just rocking the leaderboards, but it's just because she's plugging in, you know, to this information. Maybe there's two parts to my question. Like, I feel like I can be doing more, or I feel like right now I'm doing a lot, and maybe I'm not narrowing down my focus to start targeting maybe my market a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of not disconnecting, but missing a piece to kind of take me to the next level, because I believe that that piece will help my team. You know, I really do, because my focus is, you know, I'm really focused on their success as well. You know what I mean? So, but also I got to get there so they can get there, right? So, how do you really narrow down, I guess, maybe finding that quality, maybe finding that niche, or maybe where do I need to be focused? Do I need to outsource more? Because I do a lot. You know, I'm doing the blogging, I'm doing the videos, I'm doing the emails twice a day. I'm very, very consistent. I'm spending time with my team. You know, does that make sense?
Oh, it makes absolute sense. And I'm glad you brought that up, because that was another key thing that I wanted to focus on tonight, was the whole target market thing. I do feel like most people get into this and they're clueless who they're talking to. And usually in internet marketing, what we do when we first get started is we just have a generic message, like, let me show you how to make money online. Let me show you how to make money online. Let me show you how to make money online. Well, what happens with that message is it goes to anybody and nobody, right? It doesn't connect with anyone. It just looks like another pitch from someone that everybody can easily disconnect from, because it does not connect with them in any way, shape, or form. So what we have to understand, and when it comes down to marketing, is that you have become a problem solver, okay? What we're doing is we're solving people's problems because we have solutions to the needs that they have. We just talked about small businesses. Small businesses don't have a money problem, like Stormy said. They have a marketing problem. They don't know how to get more customers through their doors. A lot of people who do have money problems, they might not necessarily just be drawn by the money. What is the depth of their problem? It's not that money alone is the problem. It's the fact that they hate what they do. They hate sitting in traffic. They hate the fact that their child has to stay in after school care, and sometimes they get there after the school closes because they're stuck in traffic. They really want time freedom. You know, someone might be in a position where they might have, and I have several people in this situation where they have children with special needs, and they want to be at home with that special needs child and not go to work. We got to figure out what is the true pain of someone's situation and connect with that person. You have to identify, who are you talking to? You know, what is the pain that they have? What are the problems that they have? And what is the solution that you can give them? And what I generally tell people is, in order to identify who your target market is you have to ask yourself, who are you and what drew you here, right? My issue was, I was a real estate agent that had a successful career that collapsed, and I was used to making a certain amount of income, and a job would not suffice. So I needed to find a way that I can replace my real estate income and still give me that level of flexibility and control. So I started talking off to people who have struggled in the real estate industry and in the network marketing industry, because I had a background in that. So those were my initial target markets. You have to ask yourself, Katie, who is it that you're talking to that is like you were before you got started, okay? I know you have a history going. You went through Danny Johnson and all those different things, but what drove you to go to Danny Johnson? What made you seek for that additional source of information to change? What was driving you to change your life? If you take yourself back to where you were when you first started the search, now you can talk to who Katie was when she was sitting down, you know, kind of putting her hands on her head saying, I got to do something different. Where do I start? And you need to talk directly to who Katie was then. So that now in your tone, when you're writing emails and things like that, you're hitting that pain in what you had. You understand what I'm saying? Just like with Lanika. Lanika is a mom of 6 kids, right? It's very easy for her to have a conversation with moms through her emails, in her videos, because she understands the challenges that a mom of multiple children has. So it's really easy to say, you know what, I woke up this morning, one child was sick, another child was this, another child was that, and I thought to myself, if I had to go to work today, I would have been in serious trouble. I'm so grateful I work from home. Niggas like making the face. So you want to figure out who is that person. We tell people, get your ideal avatar. It's someone with a personality. You want to give them a name, a situation, what kind of car do they drive, what is their problem, what do they need, and talk to them in everything that you do. Now you'll start connecting with people specifically instead of trying to talk to everybody out there who's not listening. I don't know if anyone else wants to add to that. Stormy, I see you shaking your head.
You basically hit the nail on the head. I call it the win factor as well. You know, what's important now, really and truly, everybody has pain, and everybody has something that they're in need of. Everybody has something that they're lacking. And for me, you know, obviously I was accustomed to making, you know, big numbers. You know, I've had 7-figure years. You know, I've had $80,000-$90,000 months. I've had $30,000-$40,000 months. But now I'm in the midst of a transition. My life has totally changed. My priorities have changed. And so to be able to talk to me and say, hey, you don't have to leave your home and do the home meetings, that moves me. You know, to tell me that I get to not have to do conference calls and hand holding, and I don't have to, you know, travel the world to be able to be home as somebody that's going to be a new mother. And so, like you said, talking to a person's pain, I tell people that pain is an amazing connector. And it's nothing like exacerbating a situation, but also giving them a problem to that solution. And so, you know, when I listened to 15K Formula, I heard Aaron Rashkin, is that his name? Yeah, Aaron Rashkin talk about the five types of content. You know, entertaining, inspiring, informing, educating, and then also selling. And so I think that when we kind of get too caught up in worrying about other people, like you just said, what's her name here? Katie, yeah. You can't worry about your team. You can't expect to lead somebody where you have not been. So focus on you first, and because of what we have here, and I want to thank Ayana as well, because she exposed me to a lot that I didn't even know that the company had, to the point where if you really want this, you would apply yourself. Everything. I'm blown away at, first of all, what Empower Network provides. Okay, I'm blown away, guys. And again, I'm proud to say I'm a rookie. I'm thankful to be on the panel, right? But I'm also blown away how the Dream Team and Team AIG have come together and put together the extra stuff that Empower Network does not have. So if you're willing to be disciplined enough, learn enough, but apply. You know, don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. The money starts to come. And so what's important now for me, I'm a red personality. The money is important to me. If I don't see money, I'm not excited. And when I say money, when I see that I implement something that I've learned from Power Network and I make $25, that motivates me, because I see it's possible. When I implement something and see that, hey, I had a $500 minute, that motivates me. And so when you implement and get the results, I think it motivates. But really, what's important for you is what's really the major situation that you got to discover immediately, and then you can go ahead and go to work.
And let me answer the second piece of that question, Katie. Thank you, Stormy. About the IPAs, okay? It's gonna be, in the beginning, it's gonna be you gotta get a regimen going, because for this hangout, I probably spent the past, I didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock this morning, and I woke right back up this morning to get back on it, to put things in place to get going, right? So it may have took me a good, 7, 8, maybe 10 hours to just sit down and put everything I needed to get going. And in the beginning, it's actually good to have your hands on your business to put a flow and a system in place. I've done the outsourcing thing, but sometimes you can outsource so much that you lose touch of your business, and I've done that before. So you got to reel it back in, and all you need to do, guys, here's a nugget, okay? We put this together in our 6-step blueprint in our training center. But what you need to do is identify what key marketing strategies you want to focus on. You cannot do everything. The only things that I do is Facebook and YouTube. Those are the key things that I do, and then blogging, okay? So you want to identify what are the key marketing strategies that you're going to focus on, and then what you want to do is get into the Empower Network Training Center. Go through the Inner Circle audios, go through the Costa Rica in the 15K and find all of those trainings that are associated with the marketing strategies you want to focus on. So, for example, if you want to focus on social media only, like Facebook, then just go through the training center, through the Empower products, and find all the products that are associated with the Facebook. And what you want to do is take a day and go through, not all of them, but take one of those trainings, go through it, listen to what they're telling you to do, and identify the key marketing strategies that they're telling you to do, and write them down. Then you want to put them in a checklist format so that every single day you say, okay, I know today I'm going to focus on Facebook. Here's the 10 things that I need to do today to effectively use Facebook to generate leads off of Facebook. Because there's a myriad of ways you can generate leads, you know, in one way of doing things. Facebook has groups. Facebook has the fan page. Facebook has sponsored posts. There's so many things that you can do. So what you want to do is put a checklist together. What are the key things that you need to do every single day? If you're going to focus on Facebook, what do you need to do every single day to maximize Facebook? And then what do you need to do for that second strategy to maximize that second strategy? And then you set a goal. You say, okay, my goal today is to generate 25 new leads. You work until, you know, you do what you need to do to set yourself up to get those 25 new leads. Okay? Does that make sense? To help you with the whole IP. I can go into great detail. There's a whole nother training on this, but that's just a snippet of what needs to be done. Make sense? Okay, cool. All right. Okay, one last question, and then we're going to wrap this up. Okay. Katie, you're good? She froze on us. Okay, I think you're good. Okay, cool. All right, Jeff, last question, and then we're going to wrap this up and let Ayana close us out because we're going and hitting our 90 mark platform.
All right. Can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me on to ask my question, Nicole. And I want to just give a shout out to Ayana because we was in a previous company together, and she actually told me that I was in Power. She actually told me, like, you know, keep my power, don't let it go. You know what I mean? She said, you understand the importance of what we have here. And so I want to give a shout out on that. But I have, my niche, you know, I come from the offline world, right? So I'm an offline guy. You know, for me having my own store, to me being in the music industry and all other good stuff, I come across people that may be celebrities, right? Or may have celebrity status, but don't know how to market and brand themselves. So, you know, I work from time to time, I work on commercials and different things like that. And I was on a recent commercial, and there was this one talent. She's a chef, a celebrity chef, and she wants to get her brand bigger, but she doesn't know how to do that. She's paying people for this, but she don't know how to do this. So the question is, how do you get people that you may know that may have celebrity status or may have, you know, this status, but they don't know what it takes to take their brand and make it bigger, right? How do you approach those people, and what do you say? Because I showed her, you know, the Dave Sharp thing, but it didn't identify with her because they were talking about money. And she was like, well, I already got money. I don't need money. What I need to know is how to brand what I already have, because I'm paying people, and obviously I'm not ranking. I'm like, you know, I got low views on my YouTube channel and low views on my, and you know, I have links on my website that's going to back to these corporate websites instead of going back to, you know, articles that I may have wrote, you know. So that's one, and also, how do you connect with realtors? You know, what's your best way to connect with realtors? That, of course, they're in the same field as us, but they have the commission base. But you know, they can use this platform to actually get themselves out there, but they don't know that this platform may exist, or they don't know how they can use this platform to benefit them. So it's kind of a twofold question, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah. No. I got it. Okay. So the first one is, how do you get somebody who you know needs this to realize that they need it? Well, you don't. This is not a convincing business. You know, in the offline world, we used to try to do that. In the online world, we attract, we don't chase. If someone doesn't see the value that we show them, then they're not our customer. This is something where you want people to identify and see the value. You can educate them on what we do, and if they bite at it, you guide them to the resources and you show them how it can benefit them. But if you're still showing them and they're like, I don't get it, no, I'm not interested, I wouldn't waste my time trying to convince them, because there's so many other people who are already spending thousands of dollars on courses trying to figure out how to do the social media thing, and you have a solution to get them straight to the point to making money. So I wouldn't even bother with that person. If they don't get it, then okay, let them keep chasing whatever they need to chase to figure that thing out. The second piece is if you're going after realtors, then you need to go ahead and create content that speaks to realtors. What is the pain that realtors have? How can they leverage social media and the internet to begin to get more listings, find more buyers, promote their open houses, and increase their closing commission? You want to meet them where their needs are. So you just have to cater your content to them by speaking directly to realtors through the different content that you create, whether it's videos, articles, blog posts, whatever. But meet them where they are by talking their language based on the needs that they have. All right? Does that make sense?
Should I show them, like, do a blog post showing them exactly how to do take a listing and actually post it on my blog post to show them that this is how you do it, or how would you do that to meet them where they are? I mean, you can say it, but would you prefer me do an example version of it too, like a post, and try to rank for like two bedroom house in New York City, Brooklyn, New York, and show that it ranks on the first page of Google or whatever? I mean, when you say that, what do you mean? Like how should I do example or just talk about it?
What you want to do, yeah, the way to attract people is to educate them on the how-tos. Okay, so you might want to do some research and see what are the needs that they have. And you're in New York, which is a very, very rough market for realtors. So you got to identify what are the ways that New York realtors can leverage internet marketing to increase their business amongst all that competition, the way that that market works. So you'll have to do some how-to trainings. You might want to do a video on here's how to increase your listings by 50% in the next 12 months. And you show them that they can add the fact that they can use internet marketing to promote their clients' property, and they can leverage the fact that they can get them a global presence overseas if they have a certain price point in their house. Like you got to get creative, but you can't just say, oh, you need to get in Power Network because it's going to show you how to make more money in your business. They don't care about that. They want to see how can it solve a problem that they currently have. How can it increase sales? How can it make their home sell faster? How can it get them more buyers? How can it get more people through their open houses? So you got to get creative, but you want to give value and educate them with the how-tos. And that's the way that you'll attract them. Make sense?
Thank you so much. That answers my question.
You might do a free webinar for realtors. You know what I mean? Say, hey, here's a free webinar catered just to realtors. Do it a couple times and get them on your list, and then just email them with a lot of different valuable things that you can give them that'll show them how they can leverage this, and show them how empowered.
Now, should I make a separate list for realtors or get them on my main list?
No, you need to cater something to realtors. You got to change your language to them. You can't give them the same generic language you give everybody else.
Right. So, okay, got you.
You got it? Okay, cool. All right, thank you so much, Jeff. I know it's getting late, and we have Ayanna on here. I'm going to do some business strategy sessions, but here's the deal, guys. For all of you that are on here tonight on our team, if you want to get access to this 1K blueprint, what you need to do is upgrade and get the inner circle. And if you haven't started tonight, or if you haven't gotten an Empower and you want to get started tonight, in order to access this, you have to get both the blogging platform and the inner circle, which is our audio training, and it is a total of $125 to get them, guys. To get them. $125 investment gets you this 1K blueprint that will show you how you can totally get your investment back and then some. You can triple and quadruple it by following these steps. Guys, if I go through this book, literally it is like, look at this. Look how detailed this is. Week 1, day 5, today's focus, understanding tools for list building and traffic. Guys, if you know anything about internet marketing, that's where you make your money. List building and traffic is where your money is. We literally show you everything you need to do and how to get your system set up. So this is a dream come true. So many people are begging me for a copy of this who aren't on our team. This is our advantage as a team, the tools that we give you guys. Don't play games if you're on our team and you're not leveraging these tools, guys. So Ayanna is going to go ahead and before we close out, she's going to give you guys a brief overview of what you need to know for the 1K blueprint. And yeah, I'm really excited about all that we covered on tonight. So Ayanna, I'm going to hand it over to you for you to give them a brief overview before we close out.
All right, guys. Okay, so just as Nicole said, in order to get this, You definitely have to upgrade to the Inner Circle. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and click on the link below and go ahead and get started. And then if you have started, then go ahead and upgrade, because what I share with you, you're not going to be able to implement it without this. Okay? All right, so getting started, I'm not going to go into the details of what's inside. You'll have to just kind of read it and follow it. Just know that it is a day-by-day, step-by-step instructional that'll teach you exactly what you need to do while you're learning, and you can implement. What I want to talk about, and before I even get started, we all know the income disclaimer. You know, please be mindful of that when I talk about numbers here. But when I'll go a little bit into detail as to how I came about this. I joined in January. I think I joined last year in July. I quit. I joined back in January, and I do come from the network marketing world, and so I compared network marketing with internet marketing as far as the amount of money that it costed for people to get in to join. And so I looked at, okay, it cost $200-300 for people to join in my business, and I was doing great with that. So when I looked at Empower Network and it was only $25, you know, I was just like, I'm going to kill this. But I did not follow the directions, and I bombed. You know, I was the one calling Nicole and saying, hey, this thing doesn't work. And she said, did you follow the steps? And I said no. So I started over in my business, and then I was able to access the blueprint. Now, what I noticed about the blueprint is, of course, it says $1,000 in 30 days, but I'm such an analytical person, and I work with numbers. And once I started reading and implementing, I noticed that I work on a 22-day work week. There's 30 days in the month, but I work 22 days out of the year. Where we get the 2 a day from is 2 times 22 is 44. 44 should be your exact number. That should be your goal every month. And if you're listening to my voice, you need to have pen and paper so that you can write this down. Okay? So 44 should be your goal. 44 times any level in this business is going to give you an approximate number as far as the income that we talk about. So, for an example, if you're at the $25 level, 25 times 44 is $1,100, and this says $1,000 in 30 days. All right. With the 125 level, that times 44 is $5,500. So I want you to understand that the same effort that it takes to get someone to join at the $25 level is the exact same effort that it takes to have someone join at the $125 level. The difference is the mindset of the person on the other side of the computer. Now, we definitely want to focus on 2 a day. You know, we market every day, and there are 30 days in a month. So when we market every day, you know, you want your goal to be 60. But for mathematical purposes, I'm speaking 44. Okay? All right. So with that said, we also need to mention that most people, we can put the information in front of you, and most people just won't take it. And so on average, and you can view the income disclosures, but on average, if you're at the $25 level and you know you're not following the directions, then you're on average going to make between $25 and $125. And then at the 125 level, it's going to be somewhere between $125 and maybe $500. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind, that if you are someone like myself who's diligent, consistent, then, you know, you can look forward to making more than that average number. And all of this is, like I said, with the income disclosure in mind, okay? Now, the thing about this blueprint is this is not only the directions that we're spoon feeding you while you're learning. This is also a way for you to get upgrades. Mind, when someone joins your business, they come in at the viral level, which is the $25 level. They only get week 1. Okay, week 1 in this blueprint will show you how your goal for week 1 is to earn $250. So if they continue with week 1 and they don't upgrade, then on day 8, then you turn around and do week 1, day 1 again. And you just repeat that until you've reached your goal. Now, something very important at the very beginning of the call or at the beginning of the hangout. If you start something, you have to continue to do it until you reach your goal. All right, so you're not going to quit, you know, and so what I do is I go ahead and when I do strategy sessions with people, there are 5 questions that I normally ask them. I want to know, you know, what they were doing prior to Empower Network, why they joined. I want to know what your time commitment is. I want to know how much money you're interested in making. I want to know how much, you know, how much money you can invest. If you're someone who can only invest 10 hours and you're at the $25 level, then realistically your goal isn't $10,000 a month. I mean, we can just be upfront and honest. That's not your goal. That should be maybe an over long-term goal or something to that effect, but feasibly it's not possible in order for you to reach that amount of, you know, income at that level. So you have to position yourself and put yourself at a place where you can actually work smarter, not harder. But going back to this blueprint, when you have someone join, like I said, you want to make sure that they upgrade to the inner circle in order to receive the entire thing. When I have someone, when you join Empower Network and you're on my team or you're on Nicole's team, the very first thing that I have you do is to download this. Okay, you're going to download this. This is going to be in conjunction with your 10 steps. And you're going to, I think in the first week it goes over the 10 steps anyway, so you at least have something tangible. When I talk to individuals that are interested in joining my team, this is exclusive to our team, and you have access to it. So the first thing that I would have you do is to find it, and I'll tell you where it is. If you are in our team, you need to go into the training center. And then you need to, of course, register. You should have already went through the 10 steps anyway. All right, and then you will go under the IC tab, which stands for Inner Circle, and you'll find it there. And so what I would want you to do is to print it out. It is important that you do that because, and if you don't know why, then just do it anyway. I'm telling you to print this out because this is exclusive to our team. When we have conversation with individuals and they're asking you information, this is what sets you apart from someone who's on another team. Let's say I joined yesterday and I know nothing about internet marketing. I'm excited. I've gotten my links together and now I am a professional inviter. I said this earlier. Once you take the stress out of being a trainer and, you know, a sponsor, people try to be more than what they are when they first join. So at this point, when you join, you are a professional inviter. You are inviting someone to see this opportunity on how they can grow their business and also earn an income and learn a skill. That's all I'm doing. Okay? So if I were to join yesterday and I have access to this, and let's say I joined yesterday and I followed my sponsor's directions and I printed this out. And let's say for 7 months, they don't have access to this. I win because I can provide you immediate value. This is my value that I can provide you. It doesn't matter that in this business one day I can give you this. So this is going to show you exactly what you need to do. I'm not a trainer. You know, I'm quick to say, you know, now I have questions, but when I first started, you know, I can't answer your question. I'm so sorry. I'm just showing you what I found that was able to help me to grow my network marketing business. And at that point, the person on the other end respects the fact that I'm telling you exactly, you know, I'm telling you the truth. You know, I just joined. This is the information that I was shown. I just want to share it with you because I know that this will help change the direction of your business. When you position it that way, then, you know, they are more apt to just get information from you. And then you go in for the, you know, for the guzzler. You go in and say, hey, look, if you join my team, you'll have access to this blueprint. And if you come in at the $125 level, then you'll have access to the entire thing. And so really when I'm talking to someone about Empower Network, first of all, I qualify them before I even give them my link. That is so important. Granted, with online marketing, we put them through a sales funnel and things of that nature, and so they may see a video and they get the link from there and they watch the information. But there are times when, we're doing a hangout like this, you're getting Facebook messages, and they're like, I really want to know what you're doing, what you've got going on. I qualify them immediately. I send them a survey. That lets me know about them. That lets me know what their goals are. That lets me know what their intentions are. And that also lets me know how much money they want to spend, or they can spend, to grow their business. All right, so that just kind of lets me know ahead of time. So now I know how to talk to them. I know how to provide a solution for their need. So if they're telling me that they only have, $25 to get started, then there's really no need for me to go ahead and tell them that it costs $5,000 or it costs $125 for that matter. Okay, so I'm going to speak to them to their need. I'm also going to tell them the value of joining at a higher level because they now get this. So it doesn't matter if you don't have any experience. It doesn't matter if you know nothing about internet marketing. It doesn't matter if you joined last year and you quit and you joined again. The blueprint is basically your value that you're providing, especially when you're new. To have someone join you, you have to provide credibility. And so I think a question that was asked earlier was, how do I provide credibility when I'm brand new? You use this. This is what you use. You read through this, you follow it, but then you also share this. And so, I don't know. I don't know if you have questions as far as how to use it. Definitely ask. I'll be more than happy to answer those. But when you really look at the money in this, if you come in at the $25 level, you're looking at $1,000 essentially. If you're coming in at the $125 level, that's a difference of $4,400 of potential in this alone. So and also I noticed that when we're talking to people and they're like, is this a monthly fee? Don't think of this as a fee. How do I put this in words? I look at it as, of course, an investment, but from a real estate background or from, I have a sales background, I look at this as I paid $125 for something one time, and I can flip that over and over and over and over and over again as many times as I can in 1 month before I have to pay again. So when you look at it that way, you're purchasing affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is you're purchasing something one time, and you have the right to sell it over and over and over again. There's no fee essentially involved. As soon as you sell it one time, you've made your commission back. So take the mindset of this is a fee out of it. This is, you're investing in your education. You're investing in a skill that is going to allow you to earn an income, and learn a skill in the process. So if you're if you're an entrepreneur and you're new at this, then definitely utilize this blueprint in order to learn the skill. The blueprint is there to give you what you need to actually implement the skill that you're learning immediately. Okay, so you can implement day one. And I'll just kind of give you some idea of what it says. I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but one thing that I talk about when we talk about this blueprint is on day one, week one, day one, it tells you exactly what to do. It tells you what videos to watch as far as your training is concerned, and then it has action steps. Action steps is what you do. And the last one on here, it says, post on your Facebook wall, I'm ready to help 3 people learn how to earn $1,000 in the next 30 days through online marketing. Inbox me for details. Now, this is the thing. We're telling you to do what it says here. So this is not only teaching you the skill, but it's also teaching you how to run your business in a 2 to 3 hour time frame. Because what we do, it allows us to enjoy our life. We're not sitting in front of the computer hours and hours on end, unless, you know, we're getting ready for events like this or something like that. But do exactly what it says, and that's it. Like, don't try to cram day 1, day 2, day 7 all into day 1. That's not how it works. That's not teaching you to run your business in a 2 to 3 hour time period. And don't go ahead. Like, this is like in school. The teacher tells you don't move on. This tells you to write on your Facebook wall. It did not tell you to respond to the people just yet. You know what I mean? Like, you'll learn that further on in the blueprint. So those people will be waiting on you when you get to the portion on how to respond to them. So we're not telling you to write that down or put that on your Facebook wall, and then when you get responses, you immediately send your link. That's not how you convert those people. You need to build a relationship with them, and we teach you how to do that in this blueprint. Does anyone have any questions? I can't hear.
I'm looking to see if there's any questions on here.
Let's see.
No, it doesn't look like anybody has any questions. Everybody's just trying to get their hands on this book.
Okay, so again, if you have to be in the inner circle. So if you're not in the inner circle, then you need to upgrade tonight. Like, that should be what you need to do tonight so that tomorrow you're ready to implement this. If you don't have this blueprint, like, seriously, you're working and you're and all of that, but this is actually telling you exactly what to do. So if you are brand new, or even if you're not new and you want to start your business over and you want to you want to start earning money or doing 2 a day and things of that nature, then this is what Nicole has put together when she put this together. It's not like I put this together. Nicole did. You know what I mean? So follow it. But you got to upgrade in order to get to it.
And I'll give credit.
Okay, great question.
Yes, Andrea helped put that together, and a couple other leaders. But yeah, guys, here's the deal too with this. For those of you that are on our team, this is a competitive advantage for you. If you're just getting started and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to tell people, tell them you got a blueprint that's going to show them what they can do. The way to access the blueprint in order for you to leverage it is you have to be up at least at the inner circle. Guys, you got to get to the inner circle. There is no, well, I can't do that right now. Can you give me a copy? No, once you invest in getting access to the resources, then you can go ahead and share it with other people. So make sure if you're not at the inner circle tonight, guys, you go and get upgraded ASAP, and you can immediately start promoting this blueprint as your leveraging tool to start building your business. Okay. Phenomenal job, Ayanna. I know there's a lot more you want to share, but we went much longer than planned tonight with our questions. But I think this was a good thing. This panel, guys, is something that we're going to continue to do. It gives you guys a chance to get those questions answered and see what it is that you need to do to get your business going and growing. And it also gives us a chance to kind of group everyone together so everyone can hear each other's concerns and kind of learn rather than doing one-by-one phone calls. I have a couple other people that hopped on. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
You talking about me? Oh, no, I just wanted to say, not only when they upgrade to get the inner circle, which is only $100, that you also get access to the inner circle. So not only will you get the 1K blueprint, you also get access to an audio library that goes back from September 2011 of all the top people in Power Network, giving you their different strategies and different things they use to become successful. So you get the best of both worlds. So don't forget that too.
Yeah, and guys, check out our income disclaimer.
So,
Go ahead. Check out our income disclaimer on our website too. You know, we talk about money and different things that people have made, but we have an income disclaimer because these results are not average. They're not typical. We can't say how much you're going to earn. I've had people send me questions saying, well, hey, if I invest in the 15K formula, how soon can I make 15K? And do all I need to do is just buy the products and I'll make the money. Guys, that's not how this works. You're investing in a business, but you're also investing in products that are going to show you how to leverage marketing skills to begin to generate the income online. Like Chris is saying, we're talking about Inner Circle. What is the Inner Circle? Guys, like he shared, there's a library of information from big-time producers in the industry that share with you exactly what they've done to get their success online. And it's a combination of skill set and mindset training. So if you're trying to figure out what do I need to do to make things happen, you get a hold of that Inner Circle and you start listening. If you have Inner Circle and you want to leverage your whole online marketing platform, Costa Rica is teaching you how to sell on the internet, how to leverage the internet to connect with more buyers who have products who want to buy what it is you have to offer. If you want to learn how to sell online and get comfortable with the whole concept of online sales and online marketing, the Costa Rica training teaches you that. The 15K is the meat and potatoes of how to market online, from doing advertisements in magazines to building a big list. If you guys want to know how to generate tons of leads in a day and using things like solo ads and different paid advertisements, you can learn that. If you want to learn about video marketing or social media marketing or blogging better, whatever you want to do to get a platform or an audience of people to be in tune with your message, the 15K is where it's at. And then the Masters, guys, that's where the big money is. If you want to know what millionaires do, then you have access to a millionaire's conversation through the Masters. Is if you want to master what we do. If you want to become mastery, guys, is where the money is. Once you master something, that's where you attract wealth. If you've never mastered anything, that's probably why financially you're struggling, because you're replaceable. You don't bring anything to the table that adds value that people are scared to lose you. It's not until you bring something to the table where people are scared to lose you because of the value that you bring where you can increase more, you can create more income in your life. And that's what we teach you. And in all of our training products, but the Masters show you how to dominate your value to where you'll get paid for your value, and you'll get paid for your results. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the panel that is here, I know we have some other people come on. Guys, it's like 10:08. I can answer a couple other questions afterwards. I do want to go ahead and close out because some of the panel, I know it's like 11 o'clock at night. Some of the panel may want to leave. I'll stick around, though, to answer a few more questions. I have some time on my hand. I don't mind answering your questions. But we will go ahead. I'll give you guys on the panel if you want to share or something before we wrap up, and then I'll stick around a little while longer to answer some questions. If anybody else wants to stay, that'll be cool, too.
Take action.
One of the greatest things in life is a decision. Either you're going to make a decision or you're not, and so you have that choice.
Change before you have to. Click the link below.
Click the link below. All right, anyone else want to share before we close out?
Just take action, guys. Bottom line, I mean, it's like I said, this is bigger than what you might see right now. It's bigger than $5,100 to invest in all the products here. It's something that you can use for the rest of your life. So you need to look at it in a grand scale that you can invest $5,100, and not only do you get the information to training, you get access to this network, this community of people that you can develop new relationships and new partnerships out of. It's so much bigger than what you might have heard tonight. It's so much bigger than that. So make the small investment, and you definitely won't have any regrets later if you implement the information and if you do what everyone said here tonight to do.
Awesome, awesome. All right, great. Good deal, guys. Well, listen, we've been here for 2 hours. Mark, you did ask a question. I'll answer it shortly. But for those of you guys, if you want to say farewell, close out for the night, listen, here's what you need to do. Go right now if you have not joined, and join now. Don't sit there and premeditate or wonder, question, come up with all these excuses why you don't take action. Take action. once you go ahead and be accountable for those actions, you put yourself in a position where you can start experiencing change in your life. So go take action. For those of you who are already in, and you've been sitting on the sidelines, you've been playing games, you know, kind of like double dutch. You want to see if you want to jump in or not. Guys, listen, come on in and grab this blueprint. Get to the inner circle. Grab this blueprint. Go through the trainings. Do what you need to do to get going. Make things happen. Whatever level you are at right now, guys, stretch yourself and get to the next level of product to get access to that information. The information is the new currency if you're not aware of it. If you want to be rich, have access to information, because in our industry, it's all about turning information into income. If you know how to do that, then you'll never have a money problem. And you can see that with Amazon, who's putting all these bookstores out of business, and Kindles and Nooks and all these things. It's all about people wanting access to information. So guys, go ahead and invest in the next product up. Get back there in that back office, sit down, go through these trainings, take notes, and then take action. That's the secret to your success. So to everybody on this panel tonight, I'm so honored to have all of you guys here. Will we do this again? What do you think? Should we do it again? We'll see. We'll see. So all right, guys, you guys can close out for the night. Mark, I'll go ahead and answer your question in a second. But thanks, everybody. Click the link below. Click the link below. Click the link below. Click the link below. All right, guys. Good night. Bye-bye. Mark, I do want to answer your question really quick. You had a question which was really good. You said, what do you say when you're new and they ask, how much money have you made? Wonderful question. Who wants to answer that question?
Me.
Go ahead, Stormy.
First of all, it's something that you're doing wrong to make a person ask you that question. I've been in the industry for 5 years, and I don't get that question. So it's something about your aura and your energy that makes a person ask you that question. Your posture must not be strong enough. I can tell you right now, I have not had any questions. I have people calling my phone all day long, and I haven't even started, you know, I'm used to calling people and all that. I haven't done that. So it's something that you're doing. You're not presenting the values. You're presenting the money only. You got to present the value first, and you got to tighten up on your posture. Your posture must be weak for a person to ask you that question. And so I just think that you just got to reevaluate how you're handling, you know, what you're doing, because nobody should even ask you that question.
Wow.
So your posture is whack. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Get a little more aggressive.
Give it to you straight around here, Mark.
Stop acting like a wussy.
I thought I kept it 100. Yeah, Stormy definitely keep it 100.
Oh yeah, she don't play. She give it to you raw.
Come on, Mark.
Yeah, but, well, and you do, Mark. You got to position the value.
Right, man.
You know how? Listen, when you're desperate for money, and that's the reason why a lot of people that who are desperate don't make money. They repel to success because they be so eager to make a sale. But if I let Stormy give the story behind her partnered up with us, you know, you can't. This is an attraction business, right? And what you do is you present the value that if people see the value, they'll come after you to get access to it. It doesn't mean that you don't follow up or anything like that, but you do want to understand that what we have is a benefit to them, all right? You don't want to look at them that I just need a sale, I need a sale, I need a sale. Let me hurry up and get somebody signed up. And I think that's the biggest issue a lot of people have. They get in this business, they're like, I don't have any sign-ups, I just need a sign-up. But no, you need to focus on whose life can you impact today? You know, who can you expose to the value of what it is that we have to change their lives? How can you give somebody a solution to a problem that they have? So that once you change your perspective and your approach on how you display this business, then you won't have to chase another soul again. People will come and they'll be drawn to you because you're showing that you have something that they need.
Posture.
Posture. Posture. Sit up straight. Hold your neck up.
Get your swag up. Get your swag up.
Okay, and then we got one more that got on here before we close out. I'm going to honor your question. Oh, Mark is quiet. Mark's like, man, I ain't come on here for all that.
No, I'm here.
Oh. Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Good.
Good. No, I just want to give everybody the respect of listening, because it's good. I was actually in the car driving, listening through my phone, so that's why it might have looked like I was on, but I wasn't really. Now, in reference to the inner circle, when I sign up with that, doesn't matter who I sign up with, because I'm partnered with Ms. Wellington.
I wouldn't be on here if it wasn't about if we wasn't gonna be able to have access to that booklet. You know.
All right, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be on here if we ain't had access to that booklet. Oh, so you hold on, you asking those kind of questions? How much money you made, and you ain't even had an inner circle yet? Oh, come on,
That's
man.
the problem. Listen, yeah.
Inner circle.
Hey, I'm literally on the page that's supposed to say send right now, so I'm just making sure I can get the book before I hit send.
Click it.
Just making sure.
Click the link below. Click the link below. Yeah, okay, so that's another issue, y'all. If you're out there with just a $25 blog and you want to know why you're not rich yet and why people are not signing, because you haven't accessed the tools yourself. People do what you do. If you look clueless, why should somebody buy something from you? You need to dig into these trainings and access them because people follow your lead, all right? People are going to do whatever you do. If you only come in at the $25 level, you're going to struggle with getting people to see the value. But if you invest in the products, guys, you'll see, like you heard Tiana Nicole say earlier, when she came all in and started sharing the value that she got from being all in, all of a sudden her business exploded. Guys, invest in the products. Don't play games. People are not going to invest money in you and you don't want to invest in yourself. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Hey,
okay.
Let me ask you a question because I don't know why I'm getting these text messages. Did you not tell people if they're part of the team when they go to the Team AIG training site, it's going to be on the IC tab at 1K Blueprint? Did we not say that?
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay, so they're not listening. Okay, sorry about that.
Tell them just click around on the back office. That's all they need to do. Okay, Cam, you hopped on here. You've been waiting patiently. We're going to go ahead and answer your question before we shut it down. Shut it down. Cam Newton. Cam Bailey. We can't talk? You don't have any audio?
You got a question?
There you go. We can see you now.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't have no questions. I think you answered everything good.
Have we answered it?
Mm-hmm.
You just want to see yourself on TV, huh? On the computer, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm kind of cute, huh? Look at you. Hey, Cam. Okay, so you don't have any questions? Your question was answered?
Oh, yeah, it was answered.
All right. Well, we're going to shut this thing down.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Let me end it.